years after the fact, 7 years after the fact, he's out there, still putting out videos, still planning more attacks, stronger than ever in Afghanistan, and our troops are, well, you know the story. I'm not over that.
Yeah. Me neither.
I'm not over that. Now, one final point, and I'm sorry to go on so long, Al. I just had a lot on my mind. I'm sorry, really, I am, but damn it. What about the economy? I don't know. Maybe I'll let Al talk about this. I've tried to take every other issue and completely exhaust it before I turn the microphone over to him. But you know, this started when we had these subprime mortgages. And who knew that you could give mortgages to people who had no collateral and no ability to pay the mortgage? And if you lumped lots and lots of such mortgages together and then securitized them and put them on the market, wouldn't that make them all okay? Magic of the market. Turned out not to work that way. Now we have trillions of dollars of subprime carbon assets. Nothing more powerful than an idea whose time has come. The next on the list may be an assumption whose time has passed. The assumption that these mortgages would be magically redeemed by securitization turned out to be an assumption that went splat. The assumption that we can continue to put all these tens of millions of tons of global warming pollution every 24 hours into the atmosphere with impunity is an assumption that's also about to go splat. But we have to bring about a change in consciousness, a change in awareness, a change in the sense of urgency. And Stephen talked about, I'm not going to get into the civil disobedience, but let me tell you, the Supreme Court ruled that the Clean Air Act requires the EPA to regulate CO2, and it is the Bush White House that is thumbing its nose at the law of this land and refusing to do what the law requires. And so we need to have a ban on coal-fired generating plants that do not capture and sequester carbon. Okay, now, I know this man's mind, I know his heart, I know his passion and his commitment to making this a better place. And I know his family, I know all of the hard work he's gone through and all of the difficulty that he's taken on in challenging a Republican incumbent for the United States Senate. But we need to elect Barack Obama. I believe we are going to elect Barack Obama. But we need desperately to have a large majority in the United States Senate, and even more than having a majority that will help President Obama get stuff done, we need leaders in the United States Senate who have the ability to communicate clearly from a place of conviction and values, and who will speak for us. And I'm telling you, Al Franken is that man. He needs the resources. I'm glad you're here. Let's dig deep and make sure that we get him more resources. I give you, ladies and gentlemen, the next United States Senator from Minnesota, Al Franken.